Hi, my name is Donna Jordan from the Dance Collective. First of all, I would like to thank the town of Leonardtown for providing this wonderful online platform so we can continue to show our passions. I also thank you for inviting me into your homes so that you can learn with me and what I absolutely love to do. As far as my bio and what I've done in the past, I've learned a little bit of a lot of dances. I love them all. And I love to dance and I love to teach. I currently teach at the College of Southern Maryland and St. Mary's College as an adjunct professor of dance. So, without further ado, in terms of the dance that we're going to be learning for this next 5-week series, we're going to be learning salsa. I first took my first salsa class in 1999. I fell in love with the music, I fell in love with the people. It was just wonderful. And over time, I've learned a lot. I've learned how much I knew and what I didn't know, and I'm still learning. For this particular format, we are going to do some foundational work like footwork. We're going to do some body work. We're going to learn about musicality, timing, and we're going to do a lot of drilling. This is going to be a traditional dance class, meaning I will be teaching without the music. And then once we do some drilling and repetition, then we're going to overlay the music. And after we finished all of that, we're just going to keep adding it chunk by chunk, bit by bit, until we have some type of, maybe a little combination toward the end of the series. Let's see. One thing I must say is that I think with any dance, when you study, you really should understand a little bit about the history. So you see where this dance comes from. And originally this type of style and rhythm came from Cuba. It came from a dance called son and rumba from the African slaves. And so as it morphed and it made its way to New York and all these different sounds like a sauce came all together, it was very widely recognized from New York with that particular music for salsa. All right, so in just a minute we're going to get started. All right, time to get to the nitty-gritty of some salsa footwork. I call this your salsa feet. The reason why the feet are so important in salsa and all the other dances is we have to know where our weight is at all times. In this particular dance, we want our weight to stay pretty much on the balls of our feet. It allows for us to feel very light when we're dancing and also to absorb some shock. One thing we don't want to do, no, is do, we call that whole foot. Because if you dance whole foot, besides it looking very like Frankenstein-ish, it also feels pretty rough. Anyway, so we know where we're going to be dancing. So the first move or step I want to explain of what you do with your feet is called a timing step. And the timing step is exactly like what it sounds. It keeps in time with the music. I am dancing salsa on 1. And on that 1 count, our counts are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We hold 4 and 8 just for this particular style. So if I started with my weight on my right foot, my left foot is available and I'm just shifting my weight to a left foot, left, hold it, then I'm doing right foot, right. So it's left, and right, left, right. Just like when you're walking, left, and right, left, right. If I want to move with it a little bit, I can move forward, keeping that same timing. If I want to do it with counts, I say 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. Musica.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Are you ready? 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Little direction.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Again.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, so we have our timing step. And just keep in mind, if you don't feel exactly comfortable where that weight needs to be, just rewind it and do it again. It's all good. It's all good. So now we're going to go into another step that every salsa combination has at some point, and it's just basically called a rock step. Salsa is just a series of rock stepping and turning. So what I'm going to just show you, just like if you were rocking in a rocking chair like grandma, it's just, you're just shifting weight from one foot to the other, right? So if we keep our weight on our right foot and start with this left one and we go forward, we can go forward and then bring it back home. Then we go back and bring it back forward. So we go forward and bring it back and go back and bring it forward. In terms of counting again, with our rock steps, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And let me give you some tips along the way with doing salsa for so long. There's so many schools out there. Don't worry about right or wrong. When we go forward, do we stop here? When we go back, do we stop so our feet are parallel? No one cares. This is a social dance, and guess what? I learned it both ways. For this particular one, we're going to just kind of pass the foot back, just like we're walking. That's what we're doing. So now we're going to do the step again with musica.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Countdown. 5, 6. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
2 more times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Last one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, we work with our timing. We work with that forward, back, and forward, back, and forward. It's what we call basic. Just a simple basic step. Well, we might want to introduce a little bit more movement. How about a side step where we can move side to side? Weight is still on the right foot, and we go with our left foot to the side, shift the weight here in place, and come together. Then go to the other side, shift the weight, and come together. So step, shift, come together, and step, shift, come together. So it's 1, 2, 3, hold 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, hold 4, 5, 6, 7, hold 8. I always get questions like, how wide do I make my side step? Well, helpful tip, it depends on the beat of the music, number one, because faster song, smaller step, slower song, slower, more eloquent step. And keep in mind that we never really want to get our steps any wider than our shoulders, because if you do, it's just too much work and it's just uncomfortable. So let's try that side step with some musica.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Countdown. 5, 6. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Keep it going.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are you doing it with me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How does it feel?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And hold it. All right, so we have worked on our timing step. We have started introducing our front and back rocks, our side rocks. Now I'm going to do a move or a step, if you will, called Guapea. What you will see, the more that you've taken any type of dance, you'll see a lot of overlaps. This is what's called a Cuban style casino move. And it's also this type of rhythm and move that I'm doing here, also called an open break. But for now, we'll call it a Guapea. And we're starting with our left foot. We're going to rock back, then come forward, and then take the other foot and come forward. So we're taking left is back and right is forward. Either open break or Guapea. Cuban style, same timing. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5. 2 more for your practice. I know it feels weird because at first you were going forward with that left, and hold it here. The open break or Guapea is so important because that provides a lot of spring when you begin to do your combinations. So it takes you back and it's like ping, and then it's propelling you to some other movement. So we're going to try that Guapea or open break now to musica. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
2 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Last one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And all right, so we have all of our list of moves, and they are timing step. We have forward, back, and forward. We have side to side. we have a move called Guapea or open break, where you go back first, then forward. And the last one I want to show, which is all salsa foundation and building up these combinations, it's just called a back break or back rock, which is going to evolve to something else. So if we start with that lead, everything is what I call a lead dominant leg. Everything starting on our left foot. So we're going back and rock and back and rock. So it's a back rock and a back rock. Does it feel really, really comfortable? Not necessarily. But if you're still weight shifting back and forward, weight shifting back and forward. Why is that important? Because you can now change direction with it. What I mean with these back rocks, see how we're going straight back and coming forward, straight back and coming forward. But what if we alter our direction a little bit? Now that becomes, in essence, another movement. I learned this years ago. When I learned it as a cumbia, because in Colombia, they do a lot of these back rocks at a diagonal. So let me put this to counts, and then we're going to introduce the last one to music. So starting with our left, what is the hard part? Do we go this way or that way? Well, if you're starting with your left foot, you're going to open up to your left. Okay, keep that in mind. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5. Two more like that. 1, 2, 3. And 5, 6. Hold it here. So you should hit 3 facing me. And when you come back, you should hit 7 facing me. And still hold for that 4 and 8. So what we're going to do, we're going to try it to música.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7. Take it back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
2 more
6,
times.
7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Last
7,
set.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Hold.
8.
All right, last but not least, what is dance? A whole bunch of repetition. And the best thing you can do for yourself is to take any type of movement and repeat it. Because did you know it takes the human brain 5 days to forget everything you've done? So if you start out and then you continue, by the next week, we can just keep building from there. So that what we're going to do, we're going to build a little combination that you can just practice. So we're going to start first with our timing step, which is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to move to our basic 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do everything in twos. Yes? Then we're going to go side to side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now here's the hard part. We're going to do a Guapea or an open break, but now that left dominant leg is going backward. That's the tricky part. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Hold it here. The last step in our arsenal of salsa movement is our cumbia, or we can call it a diagonal rock. So what direction are we going to? That away. Left side. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7. So did you get all of that? If you didn't, rewind. It's no problem. We're going to put it all together. I will call as we go along with the music.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Put it all
6,
together.
7, 8.
5, 6, 5, 6. Timing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Basic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Hey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Side to side.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Another basic. Forward first. One more. Get ready for a big change. Guapea or open break.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Diagonal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hold it here. All right, that was your first salsa week, working with Salsa Footwork. I look forward to seeing you next week when we're going to be doing different salsa footwork and maybe a turn. What I highly suggest is to practice. Give me a Facebook message. I'm at Leonardtown Salsa. If you have any questions, I'll be available for you. All right, see you next week. Thank you.